G'day guys, how's it going? Alright, in this video what we're doing is we're going to raise the stock fender on the KTM 1090. This is Alastair's bike. Alastair's here somewhere. Where are you, Alastair?
Hey.
So I've been given, I tell you what, let's get back up here and I'll tell you what's going on. Rightio guys, so this is the deal. A guy by the name of Jeremy sells this, what do we call that?
Kit.
Fender
raising kit.
Yep. Fender raising kit on eBay. So he makes them. So he's an Aussie guy. I think he's in Queensland. He gets them laser cut here in Australia and then he just finishes them up, puts them on eBay. I'm going to have the link down in the comments to the actual product, but also just in case, because I know with eBay the links all bloody change. So if you search for KTM Front Fender Riser, you'll see he's there. Now his shop name is Cali 1088. So just to make sure you're on the right one. It was the only one that I actually could see. So there you go. 60 bucks is what this costs. What's it raised by?
15mm.
Cool. And what is it? So
it'll fit the KTM 1050, 1090, 1190 and 1290.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So this kit does all those bikes. So that's the adventure fender. Is there a difference? I don't know.
I think there's more road orientated versions of these bikes which it won't do.
Right. So just the adventure ones.
Yeah, I don't know.
Check the listing anyway and it'll bloody tell you everything in there. Cool. So a quick thanks to Jeremy because he sent it.
Thanks, mate.
This is not really a sponsor thing. He just said, hey, he knew Alastair had this bike and he hasn't had these put on any of the new 1050s?
1090s.
1090s. Oh. So he just bloody sent it and said, hey, if you want to bloody whack it on there and just mention it. And I said, hey, we'll do it and we'll even do an install bloody video, which is what we're doing. All right, let's get into it. Simple job. Rightio guys, so I should tell you what we're going to need to do this job. A 3mm Allen key, a T30 Torx, tamper-proof bloody Allen key, Duvalaki. So this will take off the stock bolts out of that existing fender. This 3mm one is going to be for these bolts here to attach these brackets. So you've got a right side and a left side. They're universal, doesn't really matter as far as I can see. This is all made out of stainless steel, including the bolts. I mean, I'm just looking at it and I'm thinking, geez whiz, you know, the bike is actually going to break before this thing bloody does. And that's pretty much it. We'll most probably use a bit of blue Loctite on these particular bolts, but I think that's it. Comes with the instructions, pretty simple. Let's get into it. Rightio guys, so this is pretty good actually. So Alastair's doing the work while I'm just doing the camera. This makes things really easy. So what he's doing there is using that bloody T30 Torque, and he's going to be removing the two bolts here, and then there is one here at the back. So basically there and those two on either side, and all this here is going to come off. Alright, so there's one other little thing we've got to do, and Alastair, if I can screen, I'm holding a lot, there we go. Those little clips there, you want to show me how that done? Pull that down.
And that'll come out.
Beautiful, and then you've got one on the other side. And now we should be able to just pull this straight off. This is going to be another one of those really easy mods to do.
Don't say that.
No, I shouldn't have said that.
Look at that.
Beautiful. Bloody legend.
I just washed it too.
Oh, not very good.
Clearly not.
Rightio guys, I'm just going to give you a preview of what this is doing. So the guard would have attached to there. So basically it would have been there. What's going to happen is this bracket's going to get bolted in there, and then the guard gets put onto there. So that's just going to give you that 15mm of extra clearance. And then the same with this back one, where that is going to sit there, which means your guard is going to be lifted up by that amount. Rightio, so Alastair's going to whack it on. So he's just put a bit of Loctite on that bolt. wiggle that in there.
Fiddly little things.
Yeah. Couldn't be bloody simpler. Geez, I tell you what, guys, the Mozzie's in this man cave tonight. I reckon Alastair's brought him with him.
Yeah.
Now remember, don't do your bloody man hand fucking bloody tightening.
You got the torque wrench?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. So just need that back one on.
Now the angle of this might be interesting.
Ah, so yeah, you're right. Might have to. Oh, but you can't. Once it's. Never thought of that, so we'll have to just look at it and make sure it's running in the same angle.
Same angle as that one.
Yeah.
So that's not tight yet.
Alright, hang on a minute, guys. Rightio, so Alistair's now doing the other side. So this side was simple because you've got the two there. You can't get the angle wrong on that. This one here, because obviously you could have it so that it points out this way, or you could have it pointing out that way. I mean, should it be there or should it be just a bit over here? So what we did, long story short, is we put the fender back on, sat it over, and then went, oh. Now, I don't think if it's a little bit over this way or a little bit over that way, it's not going to matter that much, because that piece that comes down here has so much movement in it that it's not going to worry if you got it a little bit off. That's what we reckon, don't we?
Yeah, we reckon.
Beauty.
You'll be right.
Oh, and that was the other trick, guys, with the back one. Is when you tighten it up, like you have it in the spot, and then you put some bit of pressure to tighten it up, the whole thing moves. So you have to kind of like work out where you want it, and then as it's tightened, it moves into the spot.
Like
I think, yeah,
this.
like, yeah. So as you're tightening, yeah.
Yeah, see, that's.
Is that, what do you reckon?
I reckon that's too far that way.
Yeah, I'd agree. Looking at the other one.
Does it look alright?
I tell you what, I reckon it does. I'd be happy with that. Cool. Alright guys, so we have got all that mounted, and now this is the thing going back on. Just there you go. Obviously if you're doing this, it's pretty, you can see how it works. It's no rocket scientist. No rocket science, I should say. So you want to attach that guard before you do those cables, I think?
Yeah,
Yeah. So basically you use the original bolts to put that back on again.
If I can find the hole.
That's it. Oh, that sounds pretty good.
We'll leave that one in there like that.
Cool.
This side.
Rightio guys, so that's it. You just put those bolts back in, they'll just go straight in. We're not going to bore you with that stuff. We'll come back to you when it's all fully done. Actually guys, while Alastair is still putting that together, just take a note of that bolt there. If I can get this thing here. See how there's a bit of a lip there on that bolt? So you just got to make sure that you get that in properly in the plastic part. So that's not too hard, is it? Just,
No,
yeah,
no, it's
you just
fine.
wiggle around till it slots in.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yep. If you tighten it onto the plastic where that little lip is and it squashes the plastic, you'll end up breaking the plastic and just it'll
Yeah.
just break and damage and
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool. Rightio guys, so here we go. So it's all been put on. There was no major dramas. So what it's done is just given us that 15mm extra height in there. Now looking at it, and I think me and Alastair agree, is that right?
Yep.
That really can't tell much of a difference. It still looks basically like a factory.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the question you might ask is, why the hell pay $60 to raise that front fender by only 15mm? The reason for it is, and the guy Jeremy that made it, so he had the 1290, and what happened to him was he got a build-up of mud underneath there, and it built up so much that it busted that front, all that plastic fender. And I don't know if you know how much. Apparently that front fender is very expensive. So for $60, and you only need that, just that little bit extra, enough for that mud to build up enough for it to then just fling off before wanting to bust through that. That's the whole idea of it.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool. So I reckon that was good. I mean, that was good quality, Aussie made from a bloody bloke that rides.
Yeah, I think it's great.
It was simple to put it on.
Yep.
There you go. Cool. So Jeremy, thanks mate. I got a video.
Thanks,
he got it. I got a video to make to share out to all you guys. So good stuff. All right. Keep on riding. If you ain't riding, keep on keeping on.